Hey guys, Jan here, codingwithjan.com. Today, super quick video on how to connect N8N with Shopify. Why is this relevant? Number one, Shopify recently changed the way how custom app connections work. And with their new developer dashboard, it's not as easy anymore to obtain an access token. And this has been the recommended way of connecting the two prior to all these changes, but the documentation is not updated yet. So let me show you how to establish the connection. And if you need help with your own store or want to learn how to become a paid Shopify developer, links in the description, I would love to. Okay, so then we're starting in the admin area of the Shopify store that we want to connect. And first we need to navigate to the developer dashboard. One of the easiest ways to get there is click on your profile in the top right corner, and then you see Dev Dashboard. Or if you don't find that right here, you can also use the search bar, search for apps. Here where it reads manage the apps installed on your store, follow this link. So this gets you to the apps overview page where you can see all the installed apps on a store. And here you want to click develop apps. And here you find the other button build apps in developer dashboard, and that also gets you right there. Now this is what a blank developer dashboard looks like. And regardless of how you got here, you're usually logged in under your organization's account. And you can actually see this in the top right corner here. So you would either see your store's name, if you are the store owner, for example, or you would see your agency name if you are a Shopify partner. And now it's actually important to understand what type of organization account you have, because there might be an extra step involved. Let me break this down really quick. So there are two types of organization accounts. You can have a merchant account, as in being the store owner. And under this account, you might have all your different Shopify stores. Maybe you have like a main store, a B2B store, a sub-brand, whatever. But then they all share the same billing settings, which makes managing all the stores a bit easier. And inside the developer dashboard, we can then create private apps, private to your organization, or also known as custom apps. And this is exactly what we'll use to connect N8N. And these custom apps can be directly installed on all the stores that are tied to your organization. And on the other hand, if you have a partner account, because you might be a freelancer or an agency, then you will find all your development stores in your developer dashboard, like the stores you use to build and test things. And then we can also create apps, but then you have to do one extra step and decide whether it's going to be a public app for the App Store or whether you're building this for a specific client. And then we have to link that client store. So this is the extra step we have to do here pretty much. And I'll also show you how to do both in 1 second. All right, so then let's go ahead and create our new custom app. So in the top right corner, I'll click on Create App. And also creating a new app might sound overly complicated because we're not building and coding a new app. We're not building like some interfaces and setting up our own server or anything. This is literally just a registration if you want. Like we want to tell Shopify, how is this new connection going to be called? What permissions do we need? So it's literally just, registering our new app. So as the app name, I would just use something descriptive, N8N connection, for instance, and then create this. And now we have to configure this a bit, select the right settings and permissions. And we can start right here where it reads URLs, app URL. We don't need to embed the app, so we can remove the checkbox here. Embedding is when you build a full interface for your app and you want to display it inside the Shopify admin. But here we're just building a data connection between Shopify and N8N. So we don't have an interface. Then we can leave everything else here on default. Access is interesting. So here we need to define the scopes that our app needs, like what permissions we need to access the right data. So let's bring up the list of all possible scopes. And in theory, you could select all scopes here, but that's I would say that's considered bad practice because then you're giving this app like full access to the store, which might be a security risk if your N8N account gets compromised or whatever. So I would only select the permissions you need, and then you have to think along a little here. So what is your workflow trying to do? Are you trying to access orders? Then you might want to give access or permissions to access and read and write orders. Or are you going to scrape product data or update products or whatever? Then you might want to select read and write products. So here you have to decide what kind of permissions you actually need and then hit done. And as you can see, then they get added right here inside the scopes. Optional scopes we don't need, but the redirect URL, this is going to be very important Because here we're basically telling Shopify which services are allowed to use this connection, in simple terms, oversimplified. And this is the first time I'm switching to N8N. And let's just say in our workflow, we want to add a new Shopify block, maybe to read product data, because that's a simple one, like get a product. And the first thing N8N wants are credentials to log into the store or to connect to the store. So let's create a new pair of credentials. And instead of access token, we're now going to be using the OAuth flow. And this is the redirect URL that we need. Yeah, so this is the callback URL that we want to copy to our clipboard. And then I'll paste this into the whitelisted redirect URLs. And that's actually all we need right here. So we've given an app name. We don't want to embed this in the Shopify admin. We've configured the right scopes and whitelisted the redirect call for the authentication flow. So then we can release this app registration. I'll leave everything on default here. And if we go to home, we can scroll down a little bit and then decide on which store we want to install this app. Now, this is the part where the type of organization account matters, because if you are the store owner and you've just created this new app here in your store's organization, you can install the app right away, no problem at all. But if you're an agency or a partner, you now have to do this one extra step that I mentioned previously, where you have to connect this new app with your client store. So the next 20 seconds or so are only going to be relevant if you are an agency, otherwise you can skip this step. So if you are a freelancer or an agency, you quickly want to log in to your Shopify partner account, then go to app distribution, all apps. Here you would find the app we just created, so we can bring that up. And then under get ready for production, we have to choose the distribution method. Here we can decide whether we're building a public app for the App Store or a custom distribution. In this case, it's going to be custom. Select. Yes. Keep going. And here we have to enter our client store, the My Shopify URL, which means that our new app will only be allowed to be installed on this specific store right here as a custom app. And then we can click generate link, generate. So that's all we had to do for this extra step if you're a freelancer or an agency. So now you can go ahead and use this URL here to install the app. And if you are the store owner, then you can now click this button here, install the app, and select the right store. So both ways should get you to a screen like this, where you can now select the right store. You might have to search it in the list of your stores. But yeah, it should be right here. This is my development store. I'm going to select this one. This is the normal app install screen that you see on Shopify when you install new apps. So here you can review the permissions. So this app wants to read and write product data. This is exactly what we defined in our registration, right? So this is basically all based on our registration, the app name and the permissions. And then we click install. And then you should get redirected to this example domain here, which means the app was installed successfully. But you don't have to worry about this. We can just close this out. But if you want to double check that the installation was successful, you can also come back to your Shopify admin dashboard, go to the apps overview, and then under installed apps, you should now see your custom app right here. All right, now with all of this in place, with our custom app registration complete and already installed on the store, we can finally establish the connection to N8N, basically tell N8N how to hook in. So here we just need to provide a few details about our app, like the app ID, a secret, like a shared password if you want, and the shop name. So let's start with client ID and client secret. We find this information on our developer dashboard. So if we click into the new app that we created, the N8N connection, we can go to settings. And here you find the app ID and the secret. So I copy and paste both. First the client ID, paste it right here. And then the client secret, copy from here and paste it right here. The last thing we then have to provide is the store's subdomain. So if your, let's say, My Shopify URL is something like this, codingwithjandev.myshopify.com, you want to remove everything, including the HTTPS, and just use the subdomain pretty much. I think it also reads, only the subdomain without .myshopify.com. And now with all of this in place, let's try to establish the connection. So now it connected successfully. Awesome. This was already saved, and we can now close this out. And from here, we should be able to use these new credentials in our workflow. So let's try this out with this simple block right here, get a product. And now we just need to provide the product ID. So here I'll just grab a random product from my store, the cinnamon coffee in this case. I'll grab the product ID from the URL. I'll paste it right here into the product ID field. And now let's try to execute this step or execute the entire workflow. Okay, start the workflow. And now it seems this was successful because now we have access to the product title, the product description, and yeah, a lot more data fields here, like when this product was published, different media, images, and so on and so forth. But the main point here is we do have access to the store, and that was our goal to begin with. So how cool is that? All right, and that's it for this one. This is how you connect N8N with Shopify right now. It might seem a little complicated or confusing, but if you break it down, like what have we really done? We've registered a new app so that Shopify knows like the app name and what permissions we need and what services we want to white label or allow. Then we've installed this app on a store, and we've told N8N how to hook into this registration or how to hook into this app that we just created. And these are really the core steps. And then the rest is just figuring out like how to navigate the menus and so on and so forth. I think I'll also create a dedicated video on app authentication, which is an interesting and confusing topic. So I think that's going to be really helpful. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, just type them in the comments. And yeah, if you want to learn how to get paid for work like this or need help with your store, links in the description. And with that being said, wish you an amazing rest of your day. Hope you learned something new, and I'll catch you in the next. Bye.